Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another video of the script logs. My name is Your German Scientist. I am a part of the Roblox development group, Refined Gentleman, and recently I have been working on the inventory system. I have been watching my videos in the past, and I just wanted to I want to clear this up. I am going to control my volume, make it a more fluid experience, so you can watch this in the background if you want, or just not be pelted by my voice. The other thing I wanted to say is that I'm going to continue the script logs even after the inventory system is done for other such things like combat and other things, and I'll try to make that more of a learning experience for the both of us. So if you're watching along, or just seeing someone who is new to game development, I will be doing that. Okay, so we are now going to start optimizing our code. Because if you remember from the last episode, or the episode even before that, we ran into an issue where as soon as you picked up a second block, so the first block was fine, but the second one would do something. Block is not a valid member of Backpack. So if we go into the server, oh, also, I would like to show you something that I did. I also, this is hard to see, but this line of code right here was not there before. What it basically does is make sure the layout order inside of the hotbar is the same. So that's all I did. Okay, so let's do some testing. First of all, we got to know where the error is coming from. It comes from inventory functions. Where is inventory functions, you may ask? Well, it is in the server script service. Yeah, okay. So my theory on what the issue is it's a client versus server issue. So if I am right, and I go into the server, players backpack, 1, 2. Now, what we're going to do, so this is the error piece of code, right? So it does not exist when it tries to find it. So here, we're going to do, instead of block, we're going to call this, we'll say test, right? So the one on the right is going to be test, and the reason I'm doing this is to see if multiple names is the problem or if there's something else. Test. So it's just when we click two of them, it's not even that it's the same name. So why is this? Tool.parent. Let's see, where do we get this from? We get this from picked up. So what's sending it out? I believe it should be this picked up. Yep, it fires the server here. But everything is in order. So I'm not exactly sure why it doesn't work. Because it does do 1 and 2. Maybe 1 and 2 there. 1 and 2 there. So I think what we need to do is just leave it. I honestly don't think we can fix that at this current stage of development. I am not trained enough or skilled enough to continue working on that. So, what is the next thing we are going to do? Well, that is probably going to be how we can optimize the code. and then we're going to work not on stackability. Unfortunately, we are not going to use that just yet, but we are going to code the actual inventory itself. So we have the hotbar, but not the inventory. So let's first optimize the code. So we get out server events, inventory functions, local functions, and events. Let's put the events next to each other, and then do it in the same order over here. So we look over here. Okay. Let's look at all the events here and see if we can optimize this code in any which way. So I don't think we can do anything here. So I won't. But the thing that I am looking for is there's no way that if a boolean has to be this. There's just no way. Picked up, so we're firing the client. On client event, we create the button. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, so we do that. Hmm. Name items. Okay, let's actually save the optimization for when we need it. It currently works just fine in the organization of it. It also works just fine. I can find everything, but of course, we are going to have to learn how to optimize that in later videos. But for now, that is just not an issue. So, once again, I'm going to make sure this all works. Sorry about that. I just coughed. Alright, get rid of that. Pick it up. Nothing. I can't hit 2, 3, 4, any of that. Pick back up. 2, 1, 2. And just to make sure I'm picking up the proper one, yes, I am. And even though there's nothing in the backpack, it should be in the model. Alright. So, everything works here that we need it to, that we need to have working. So, I am going to now go into Inventory GUI, and you guessed it, I'm going to make a scrolling frame. That might not be the thing you were guessing I was going to do, but that's what I'm doing. We're actually going to make the hotbar visible, or not visible, I should say, the border or background transparency 0. This is 79. We do not want it to be 79. We got to get rid of the aspect ratio constraint one more time. And then we have to make this approximately 70. And then we add the constraint. Alright. So now that we have that, I just want to make sure it works. If it goes over at all, and this is going to look very strange. No, it doesn't work. So I liked how it was. So let's just keep that. And we go back in, and we change the scrolling frame. We center it. Where do we want this? Put it there. And how large of this do I want? We'll say larger than the inventory. So I'll say 1300 by 500. and then I center it. We'll actually raise it up slightly. Then we're going to add the unit conversion, put it both to scale, add a constraint, and then we are done. Well, not done with this, of course, but... Oh, pardon, I just got a text message. No, should not be looking at that while I'm recording, but I am. Alright, so we're going to get the UI grid layout, and the reason this is different from the list layout is because the list layout will only fill a certain direction, and then as soon as it goes over, it laps around, or at least that's what I'm pretty sure it is. This works for a scrolling frame because this is a grid, while the other is not. Okay. So the cell padding, I don't want too much. We'll keep it 0.5. And the cell size, I will say 50-50. But we're going to mess around with these values a tad bit. So we'll say 0.01, 0.01. And then text button. Where's the text button? Aye, that is incredibly small. So we're just going to keep messing around with these values until I like it. Okay, that's pretty good value. But this is going to be different. Yeah. So we'll say 0.2. No. 4. We can... 8. Again, no. 8. This is the downside to coding. It does take a little bit of troubleshooting, but eventually it does work out in your favor. Just, you have to be patient. And I'm also a perfectionist, so it's not good in my favor. Ah, I think that's good. It's alright. I'll say 0.046. Let's say. Too small. 8. Alright, that's good enough for me. And then inside of here, we are not going to have the text. Well, let me. Now, I'm going to get rid of that and get the button template and put it inside of the scrolling frame. And it does somewhat work. The layout, oh no, not the layout order. The background transparency is going to be 0.5. Or actually, why did that get dragged over there? Don't understand. Do I need to? No, I don't. Oh dear. Alright, well, I'm okay with this. Indeed. So let me just copy this. Whoa. Into here. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Oh, but that padding on the edge is abysmal. Okay, so I guess we keep it like that. We can, oh, actually what we can do is under here we make a frame. No, we can't do that. But what we can do is a frame like this. And this is going to look weird for quite a second. Don't worry. This is going to be overlaying on top. So his index is going to be 2. And then we'll add, how large is this? 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'll add 12 on that side, 12 on that side. Why does that not look even? Oh dear. Oh, that's why. Because it would be 1, 2, 3, 6. There we go. And then what I do here is I do 112, and I get down here and check this 466. So this is going to be 490. Quite cool indeed. Now, I make this frame, I'll make this one black. And I'll do a round, oh wait, no. So in the scrolling frame, I do UI corner. Why does this not work? Alright, well, I guess it just does not work. Unfortunate. This works. I'm fine with it. Then I add a constraint as well as unit conversion. And we have a not working inventory, mind you, but an inventory. Hooray! Now I'm going to call this frame inventory background. Whoa. Background. I will call this scrolling frame. This should be pretty obvious. Inventory. I can spell. Okay. Now what to do is we go into the hotbar, set the background transparency to 1, as well as the inventory background, as well as the inventory. So that, and they will not be visible, as well as the inventory will not be interactable either. The reason I say it should not be interactable is because if it was, you wouldn't be able to scroll in the middle of your screen, and I will demonstrate that now. It's interactable. Oh. Well, I guess they fixed it. What in the world? Well, in any case, that is what we have. So, the next thing we are going to do is get yet another user input service. This time we're going to connect it to a function, get the input and game processed, and then what does inventory select do? No. We're going to do another function, and this one's going to be called open inventory is equal to function. All right. So what we have to do here is we're actually going to optimize this slightly. Oh wait. So this is going to cause issues here, but we're going to fix this in a second. Local items. Selected. This is going to take quite a second. Apologies. Wait, just making, yeah. Um, I'm sorry I'm being so quiet. I'm so caught up in doing this. Alright. If I did it all right, then if I play the game, not getting any errors or logic errors just yet. Pick it up. Ah, I forgot one. I forgot two actually. And sorry if my voice sounds a little strange. I think I'm coming down with a little cold. So apologies. And if I try dropping, everything works. Cool. So that just saves a little bit of writing. Now, open inventory. We're going to get a local variable, and this is going to be called, you guessed it, inventory open is equal to false. If inventory open is equal to false, then, and then we're going to do an else statement afterwards. So this is if it's true or nil. So I'm actually going to do else if, no, I'll just say else. So we can actually optimize this slightly, because if we do if inventory open, that saves a little bit of coding space. Then we're going to do what do we want to do? How do we reference this? let's get the inventory too. So inventory is equal to player child player inventory, as well as getting the inventory in background. Should be pretty obvious what inv background is. Wow, this is a lot of writing. All right. Now that we have those, I will say inventory dot visible is equal to true. Else inventory dot visible is equal to false. Ah, wait. We also have to do if input dot key code, and I'm just going to do a random thing. I'll say, so if I'm doing here, what do I want to use as my key? I'll say T. Yeah, I like T. And I might change that later, but for now it's just going to stay like that. Alright. So, if I did it properly, no, actually, no, I didn't, because I still have yet to connect it. Local functions dot open inventory, and we're going to send through input and game processed. So if I run it, hit T, nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? We don't know. Let's wait. Nothing is going on, so we're gonna print worked 1. We are going to print worked 2. And finally, we are going to print, you guessed it, worked 3. So, worked 1 is happening, worked 2 happens, but worked 3 does not happen. This means it is a problem with inventory open. So now this is going to be worked 1, and we are going to do if inventory open is equal to true. Ah, false. Oh! Wait, we can't say that because it's going to be false. I see what my issue is. True. Wait, no. I did it right. Alright. T. Ha-ha! But I still can't interact with it. See? Yeah, I'm trying to click it to scroll or use the scroll wheel, but nothing is happening. Oh no, whatever shall I do? I'm going to drop that out of anger. Alright. We go back in, and what we do now is we do inventory dot interactable is equal to true as well. We're going to copy this line of code, put this right down here, and instead of true, it's going to be false. Back into the code we go. We hit T. We try to scroll, and as you can tell, I'm going to check OBS just to see if it, yep, that's very visible. You can clearly see that it goes up and down. Nice. We are starting to get an inventory. Well, actually, we already have the basics, but you're starting to get into the big boy stuff of the inventory. All right. So then after we do all of that, we're going to say inventory open is equal to true, as well as inventory open is equal to false down here. The next step that we are going to do is inventory, or sorry, I should say inv background dot visible is equal to true. And once again, we are going to copy this line of code, put it down here, and instead of true, it's going to be false. So very menial, but we have to get it done. I hit T, and both things show up, which is very goody. Very, very goody. As you can see, I can also get rid of it off of my screen, pick up a block, which I guess that doesn't really count if I can. No, you can see we have fun over here. No, we don't. All right. So now that we can open this, it doesn't really do much for us, right? So if I go in, wow, it's already been 30 minutes. My goodness. Okay, but you can see, if you remember from the very first episode, I said that I made these text buttons and not text labels because I wanted them to be able to click and go inside of the inventory. But that's not possible right now, right? It's just not. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to we're going to borrow some of the code over here and use it elsewhere. And the reason I say that is because it's very easy to just borrow this code. So the way we need to start this off is we need to make multiple items now. We can no longer just do items. We have to know hotbar items and inventory items. So I'm going to do hotbar items, and then inv items, and it should be pretty obvious what inv is. I've already talked about it, but now we have to go through the menial process of doing all of this. So hotbar items, hotbar items. My goodness, this is a lot of work. Alright. Yet again, dropping. It's not going in my game, or our game, me and my colleague. It's not going to be possible to drop stuff out of your inventory from the actual inventory. You're going to have to put it into your hotbar and then drop it. I may change my mind, but for now, that's just how it's going to be. Then we do hotbar items, and we should be done. Although, I'm going to see if we send through items at all. Let's see. Ah, do we send through items? Yes, we do. So we can actually keep this because the name of the backpack item is going to be the combination of both the hotbar items plus the inventory items. So, where do we fire the server? We're giving it true, name, and we're going to give it hotbar items plus, whoa, hotbar plus, no, hotbar items, inv items, not, okay. Alright, so if I play the game, nothing seems to be wrong just yet. Pick it up. Yep, seems to be all in order. Can drop it. Can't pick it up. Put it back in the inventory, the old inventory, and we have that. Wait, I think I just saw a bug. I could be wrong. Pick both up, get it out, pick that up. No, everything seems to be in order. Cool. Alright. So, wait, we don't really care about sending the hotbar items through. Since this is when hotbar items is less than 10, then we don't even have to worry about the inventory items. What we are now going to do, what else? I think we legitimately just have to go with it. So, the first thing we are going to need to do is, if you remember, I gave it the destination for one of these. If I can find it. No, I cannot find the destination. So I think I did get rid of it. So let's just start with the hotbar, right? So we're going to say else. So this is when it's greater, or it's at 10. Actually, we have to do an else if. Hotbar items is equal to 10, and we'll say inv items is less than, we'll say 20. You probably don't need more slots than 20, I wouldn't say. So in here, I'm going to say, no, we can just adjust that number as it goes by. We then say, okay, so okay, the code is going to be repetitive slightly, but we can't really do anything about that currently. I'm sorry, I'm having a tad bit of brain fog currently. I apologize greatly. This is really sad. I am just trying to figure out what I need to do here. Well, I'm creating a variable, right? I'm not doing anything with it, so if I just put this up here, will it create a button without me telling it to? I don't think so, because we're only, let's see. So I go up to here. Okay. Alright, we're not gonna worry about that. Actually, we are gonna worry about that. Now I have to do, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 und 10. Oh, und 11. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then what happens? Nothing. Nothing. Oh no! Womp womp. Womp womp. Alright, so we're going to do button.parent is equal to inventory. We're then going to do inventory okay, inventory. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Oh yeah, inv items plus equal 1. And then we're going to print out inv items. So what we do here is we're going to set hotbar items equal to 10. We're going to go up here, and if all goes to order, 1, check in here, there's a button! Hooray! We're actually going to need to do a little bit extra, a little bit more to this. Okay. So, this should be easy, just copy this code. Okay, so we're also going to reference picked up. We're going to fire the server. Oh wait, not fire client, fire server. And we're going to give it true. We're going to give it the name. And we're going to give it hotbar items. No. I'm going to say inv items plus 10. Yeah. Yeah. Because the only time this activates is if hotbar items is equal to 10. Alright. So if I play the game, and I'm no longer going to count in German, I apologize. Whoa. What in the world? The hotbar no longer works. Why is this? Huh? It gets 11? Oh, that is why. Whoops. That was an oopsie. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or zero, zero slot. And if I pick it up, button, and it picked up. And if we go into here, backpack, there is an 11. I know it. I've been trying to work on the quality of these videos, so I do apologize, but the third one, so there it goes 1, 10, 11, it is 11. I just want to confirm that with you guys. And just to show, oh dear, I apologize, I went on the channel content. So if I go over here, the reason why I went into module script, so module, and this is going to be kind of a visual demonstration, modules over local scripts, or I should say regular, I'm going to abbreviate that, scripts, just because of space. The reason I like to use them is because I can reference functions, and most of the time they are more ambiguous, so I can use them for multiple purposes instead of having to use it for the same thing. Anyways, my coding. At the end of this, I will demonstrate to you guys what my old inventory systems looked like and show you all the issues with them. Okay. So after we do that, we're going to get button dot name is equal to invite him. Oh, I don't need that end. The button dot text is equal to name, yeah, and button dot layout order is, yep, that works. Then we're going to do button dot number, whoa, number dot text is equal to nothing. The reason why it's going to be nothing is because if you can remember from all of the previous videos, this symbol to the top left, so it's 1 currently, is representative of what number on your keyboard you need to press in order to get it out, right? But if we have it inside of the inventory, so if you give me 1 second to just demonstrate this. If we go into the inventory, there is absolutely no reason why it has to have something to the top left. The reason why is because why would it need something at the top left, you know? It just wouldn't make sense. So, I believe we are finished with that part of it. Of course, there are multiple parts, and I will probably have to spill this over into next episode. Apologies for that. We only have approximately 5 more minutes left with each other. I know, it's so sad. But I finished everything I wanted to today. Have that. Can't exactly do anything with it because that is going to be a whole nother beast. But for now, I'm just going to do one final check. Can I pick this up? No. Good. Good, good. Alright. Very nice. This code goes to 110 lines, which is, it's not, it doesn't exactly surprise me, but it's okay. Alright. So, what did we get done today? Let's think about this. I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to move my smiley faces. Down here, I'm going to make a little bit of a box for, oh no. I'm going to make frame, no. Like, oh yeah, here, alright. square. Inside of here will be all of the smiley faces that I showed you guys. Okay, day 6. I like drawing in Miro. We did open inventory. Let's see. What did I call that function? Oh, yeah. Create inventory GUI. And finally, slight code optimization. And it's usually going to happen in every single video, the code optimization, just because I like doing that. And yeah, so once again, I'm going to draw you guys yet another smiley face. And this time, he's going to have cool eyes. And you know what? He gets a little grin. So, I want to tell you guys real quick. I know I always say this, but I very much appreciate all the views, all the subscribers, all the likes, everything that supports me. And of course, it's not much, but it keeps me going ever so in the smallest way possible. And I am very glad that you guys are able to give that to me. Of course, if you are not a reoccurring viewer, of course, I appreciate you too. And yeah. So, once again, I'm going to end this video off with a very nice sentiment. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.